My husband loves to use weaponized incompetence to get out of doing his chores. I am married to a wonderful man named David, who is my soulmate. We have been together since we were teenagers, and I love him with all my heart. We are the proud parents of 6-month-old triplets. I volunteered to be a stay-at-home parent, to save on childcare costs, and because David's job pays more than 5 times my wage. Initially, I was fine with doing all the cooking and cleaning, because that was what we agreed. The problem is that David never helps when he gets home. He claims that he is too tired after a long day at the office. I try and argue that my job is 24/7, as I am constantly having to get up in the middle of the night to feed the children. He just shrugs his shoulders and reminds me that this is what we agreed to. I eventually blew up at him and told him that if he didn't start helping, then I would divorce him. David reluctantly agreed, but I could tell he wasn't happy about it. We set up a chore chart to keep track of what we both had to do. I immediately noticed that he was doing a half-arsed job at his chores. The plates he cleaned would still have pieces of food stuck to them, and he would purposely overcook or undercook food so that it was inedible. Anytime I said anything to him, he would just smirk and say that he is trying his best. I knew what he trying to do, but wasn't going to let him get away with it. I could see the discomfort on his face, as he was forced to eat his own food, while I happily munched on chips that were blackened to a crisp. I came back from the grocery run, and immediately knew something was wrong, as the house was way too quiet. I eventually found my husband sitting in the living room, with a shit-eating grin on his face. His grin widened even further, when I asked him where the children were. He stood up and I slowly followed him into the kitchen. He pointed at the washing machine, and my legs felt like lead, as I made my way towards it. I let out a scream, when I opened the door, to find the soaking wet corpses of our children lying inside. I turned around and began screaming at my husband, for killing our babies. He just shrugged his shoulders and pointed out that I had asked him to wash the children, before walking away whistling.